In this video, I'm going to show you how I painted on a canvas with watercolor ground on the canvas, then impasto with stencils, and I used this as a base to paint the sea turtle. So you can see some of the impasto design here. I pressed stencils down on this. It's like modeling paste, and this was a very tricky painting to do. I had to use more paint than I did water. I had to let it dry very well in between the layers, and at one point in the beginning of this, I did not like exactly how it was turning out, so I'm showing you this painting with mistakes and all on it. And part of what I didn't like was some of this darkness that I put in on the painting and on that shell, and it was easy. I just wet it down and wiped it off. This working on the modeling paste or the impasto just really gave me a different surface. So I really enjoyed using this too. It was a lot of fun. So it's really good to experiment with things. So anyway, you can see I've added some more blue into the dimension of the shell, and I'm going to work with it for a minute here, and then I'll tell you a little bit more. After I let this area dry, I went back to do wet on wet, and look in the background. The background, you can see this sea green type of texture back there. I used some of the sea green Brusho that I showed you at the beginning of this video. I wet that background down. I dabbed a little bit of the sea green paint, it's powdered paint, and I let it run. And then I can always use like a Kleenex, or better yet a paper towel, to dab up extra if I don't like it. So right now I'm redoing the shell. I told you I was going to show you my mistakes. I am not ashamed. Don't you be either. So anyway, I didn't like the way the shell was looking, so I wiped it off. It was really easy, and I decided to attack this turtle more from the front. And you can see I'm adding in the details of the face and the shell. I'm just outlining it a little bit better for me. Usually I work light to dark in paintings. Excuse me. And in this one, just because it was so different, I did the reverse. I put some of the main highlights. I want to see that face clearly. That's what I want to be the focal point of the painting. And so I started with that, and then you can see I'm just adding colors in. Now, look at that. That is straight paint in there. That is not adding a lot of shading and different things in it. But then also look at how the texture pops up. When I put the paint in, you see dots, you see cracks. That's all because of that impasto and that modeling paste that I used in the background. I love it. It really created a unique texture in this painting. I'm wetting the bottom down, and I'm going to add a little bit of blue Brusho. By the time I finished, I again took my squirt bottle and I kind of lightened it all up because I felt it got a little bit too dark. See, I'm using my water, my squirt bottle, and I squirted that down. I added some more sea green Brusho in there, and I played and I played and played until I felt like I saw what I wanted. Don't be afraid to do that. Now look at that bottom now. It is very, very light. And I got to that point by simply playing, just trying different things to see what I liked and what I didn't like. So make sure that you're giving yourself room to paint where you're playing, excuse me, and you're trying out new techniques. That's how we learn, is just simply by trying. I felt like the detail was coming along well enough with this painting, and it was better for me to switch to a micron pen, which you're going to see. It's going to be a silver pen. And I decided to use this on this board in order to create some of the fine detail and make that face pop. And this micron pen worked really well. I have different sizes. This looks like it's a 0.1. It's pretty small. So I used that to create some of the details, and by the time I finished this painting, I painted it over with Krylon. Krylon is like a varnish. It sealed it up really well. I did three coats of Krylon on it when I finished up, and I've already shipped this painting out to the person who bought it. I really enjoyed it. I'll probably make some cards out of the picture of this. I'm coming to the finished product. It was really great to be with you guys again today, and I hope I see you next time. Click subscribe and you'll get my notifications of when I release new videos, and you guys have a wonderful day.